Good morning. I made it on time. Cheryl came in and I said, I have to take my rolls off. It was not ready in a few minutes and I'm done. Take a deep breath and we are getting ready. Good morning, Lily Day, Maggie Zale, Judy Violetta.
Lori Sue Craven Clement. Heidi, thank you for moderating. BP.
Thank you, Heidi.
Mathanji. Patty Thompson.
Alexis. Kaylee
Maggie Zeal.
Bach.
Thank you very, very much for joining us today. We even have Jersey Girl here again, and Judy Violetta.
Mary and
thank you for
Christine.
liking, subscribing, hitting the bell.
And thank you for your donation. They were helping. I just read my private message from Christina, and she said that she sent me money. I didn't see it, sorry. But I have to go. I'm not completely, my head is upside down, especially today when I was watching that speech from White House, from Oval Office, how you call this, conference. Yeah, Trump is saying he's not giving any guarantee to Zelensky. Just give me the earth and I'm not giving you anything. He is such a nice crook.
Really? Starting to understand that a little bit more.
I don't know.
There's going to be
people believe in him.
Yeah, but so many people are losing their jobs, and it's just because of the melon. The Post just wrote that Mellon's business is built on $38 billion government funding. So why isn't he taking cuts there?
Yeah. Oh, I was watching his poster today when he was in the Oval Office. And he was checking if his hat will eventually fall down because he was looking at the
DonDon's?
hat. No.
Oh, Melons.
Melon.
Mm-hmm.
His hat was really standing up. Like it was
his head and his ego is getting too big?
Too big, yeah. Something is growing, the horns or whatever. And he was checking if they will fall down. So he was doing that movement, I thought, and it didn't fall down yet. And you are the only one who has the hat, and the hat is not falling down. And he was like a trick. So at least I had fun watching him. Oh my gosh, that must be hard on me. Because I don't feel good after doing this few times. Can you imagine doing this all the time?
Well, maybe the meds that he's on helps him.
He's shaking them so they will move everywhere. That's for entertainment and spiritual reason. Only this video is. I don't have any joke.
Yet. Heidi is making a comment here.
Oh, I had one.
Oh, okay.
One lady sent me. No. It was Carson. Many years ago, he had.
Johnny Carson?
Johnny Carson. He had the movie star, the guy from Two Old Folks, and it was movie.
Yeah, the two old guys.
Two old guys with Sophia Loren.
Yeah.
And the guy is saying, in the nursing home, 3 guys came in late for breakfast. What is your reason that you are late? One is asking another. Oh, I'm trying to do the number 1, and I drip. What was I was, and that was at 11 o'clock that they had the breakfast. What were you doing? And he said, I was trying to number 2. And pushing. Nothing happened. Eventually, he said, eventually I'm here. And what is your reason? The third one. And he said, but for me, number one goes 7:30, like a Niagara. Number two, it's like volcano St. Helena. So what is your reason? Why are you late? Why I don't get up from the bed after 9? And it was 8:30 that he had that. The rest time was clean up.
It was grumpy old men.
Grumpy old man.
Yeah, Maggie's always said grumpy old men, yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was such and he had that straight talking about his one of the older guys. So he was talking about this. Sorry, but it's human. And I thought, oh, if Carson could have it, I can have it.
So Heidi's making a comment. The Danish newspapers wrote today that they found out that Orange and Putin
I love it.
have a secret deal long before Orange became president.
Of course.
Well, he's one of their little
that was
workers.
Because that was the investigation going on and went nowhere. But it was, we all knew that there was something. Do you want me to pull 3 cards? Because my brain is saying
You
yes.
found an answer? Okay.
Yeah, I want to just see what the cards will say.
1, 2, 3.
He wanted to be reunited with Russian family. Love Mother Russia. And everything, it's coming to the surface. Good. We will see more. But it's too late.
If anybody had a chance to watch the Canadian debate for the Liberal leadership,
I didn't.
They had it in English last night, and the night before that was in French. And they start voting today, and the winner is, or the new prime minister is announced on the 9th of March.
Oh,
Trudeau steps down on the 7th. They started voting today. 400,000 Liberal cardholders have a chance to vote for the next prime minister. But every one of them attacked Trump.
And we have, Cheryl already signed the petition about, can I say it or no?
Yeah, Mellon's.
To remove citizenship or to get him out of as a citizen of Canada.
Yeah, I did my thing. You went to the House of
You
Commons.
can do that the same thing in the US.
You just have to Google it, and it comes up on a House of Commons.
But you can
and then you sign your name to it.
He is an American citizen because he has the gold card, probably.
Yeah, now that's interesting that now DonDon is selling for $5 million. Anybody can have a gold card to get into the United States, including the Russian oligarchs.
Yeah, but I have to tell you, in Canada, we had that 1 million gold card in 1980s or even earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know people from Holland, and they were farmers. He had to put 1 million for himself to buy a farm and another million for his wife and kids.
Wow.
But he said it's fair. I have to prove them that I have that money. I didn't have to give them. So he didn't give the money, but that way he went very easy way to get the citizenship in Canada.
Does he still have it?
Oh yeah, he is a.
No. Does Canada still have that?
I believe it's still available for people. They want people who can create jobs.
Oh yeah, and the oligarchs can.
No. And it is that Dondi wants to have the Putinus oligarchs.
I'm starting to think of him as Donkey.
And everyone knows what we are talking about.
Heidi's asking, Zelensky is visiting the White House on Friday. One, two,
Good that he's a good actor.
3,
My grandfather said a good wife has to be a good actress, and that Zelensky is a good actor because he will be shaking, he will be furious inside, but he will have to calm himself outside and go. But no, nothing will go the way that he wants, and he is ready for that. He knows that he is talking to the tornado, volcano, hurricane, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who is not playing by any rules, and it will be like that. Devastation after devastation and punch after punch. It's all about Russia. He is married to Tino, and DonDino are married. DonDino. Tino and DonDino. And yeah, he will be DonDon will be working really good for Tutina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Well, don't give him the name Putina because that's a Canadian topping for French fries. We don't want the Putina here.
There was this Russian spy, Tutina,
yeah, female.
Maria Tutina. And that was a surprise for me when Leszek asked me about her. I thought, pictures from who is she?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a clue, and I said, I see a periscope as symbol of spying. That was good
now,
answer, but that was, video, I want to kick him. And he knew that, and he was having a time pushing my buttons.
Mm-hmm. Will Zelensky...
And that time he didn't know who she is, but he thought because Putina, if daughter of Putin will be called Putina. So he thought that that's kind of his extra daughter.
So will
Putina.
Zelensky be safe on this trip?
Oh boy, safety.
1, 2, 3.
As long as he's not eating anything that they will be trying to serve him. He has to have his own food.
And water.
And water. And toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw that, I don't remember his, I don't want to say it, but Ukrainian someone who was fighting to be president of Ukraine,
mm-hmm.
He was attacked, he was poisoned and damage to his skin, and he went to Switzerland to save his life. They saved his life, but his skin was, to this day, he is full of, it's like smallpox. So it was that he got some infections. I want to see the cards. He might need a doctor. Look at that. He will be worried. And the financials will not be, he will be worried about safety and finances, but he will be negotiating. Angel of negotiation will help him to stand up.
And hopefully people in the European Union and NATO and many others.
Show the real colors of DonDon, and maybe he will be saying, okay, I will give you a little bit, and I will give France and England and Poland, those countries that were helping me, and Belgium, Holland, because the NATO was helping him.
Mm-hmm.
And he will say, well, if you don't want to go by my rules, I will invite those countries to stay. He must be talking with them before, behind the back. And I believe that will be his negotiation point, because DonDon thinks, well, I can make the rules, I can break the kiss you, or I can kick you.
Well, it's already turned on him in Canada because Trudeau went and he got partners elsewhere in the world.
Yeah, and that's good.
Mm-hmm. DeSantis,
And he was such a poor businessman. Why he still thinks that he can be?
because he gets away with everything. I mean, nobody has, how many lawsuits are there against him over his time? Was it 40,000 or 400,000? It's
No.
terrific. 40,000?
43 or 40. But
When they keep on coming, but he just keeps on using the court system to get away with everything.
And nothing really was Teflon, because he was only paying, but never was taken for.
But he's uniting countries. Like Australia is going to even maybe have their own, instead of Starlink, have their own system. Canada, at the debates last night, they're talking about instead of having Starlink, bringing in a Canadian system that they have control over. And now look at what
My son has the Starlink. I'm worried.
I know. And Mellon, I mean, he's threatening to take away, and the U.S. are threatening to take away Starlink, which is in Ukraine, helping them with their military. And
He did that already. He did that before. He said you can't attack, you can't connect drones to that system. So he.
So do we want him having that control all over the world, where he can turn it off and turn it on at his will?
He is double agent sometimes.
Double? I think he's a lot more than that.
Oh yeah,
he's in looking at things in the worldview.
Mm-hmm.
He has no loyalties to anybody other than his own.
But Canada makes some restrictions towards him as well.
Well, 100% Tesla tariffs.
Yeah, good. He deserves that.
Okay, BP. DeSantis wants his wife to be the next governor of Florida. She says, I swear the days keep getting weirder and weirder.
DeSantis?
DeSantis, yeah. He wants his wife to run as the next governor of Florida.
Oh.
And DonDon already has somebody else picked.
Oh, he has. Oh, he wanted Laura for
no,
something.
A different one is now.
But
man, I think. 1, 2, 3. So how's this going to turn out?
She was the pusher in the marriage. She was the one who wanted to be wife of governor. So
but does she want to be governor? Because I had read that.
To be,
does she?
I believe
she was pretending that she didn't want the position.
Like pushing back. So, well, maybe sometimes she is sabotaging herself. Oh, I can't do this. But surprise! I don't think she will get the job, but she will feel that she can stand for it.
Well, the person who is
because
DonDon's choice, will he end up getting the job? And I don't remember his name anymore. If anybody else does. 1, 2, 3.
Kiss the frog. Okay, never kiss the frog. No, I don't think he will get that.
Good.
Because frogs don't have the little instrument to satisfy women.
Mm-hmm.
So they are sitting on the lady's frog for quite a few months. And they that way, by touching her back, so not giving her pleasure inside, they are making the babies like impregnate them to make the semen coming to the water, and the frog babies are inseminated.
Inseminated, yeah.
So it is odd. We always thought our kids. I was telling my one girlfriend, kiss the frog. No, it's not worth it. Now there will be someone that will be a good friend of DonDon, lady.
Still connected to him though.
But I don't think that person will get the position. They will sleep on it. Because by that time, people will have enough.
Now, astrologically, this is supposed to be not a very good time in the next month or so for DonDon and for Musk. What's going to happen to DonDon in the next month?
Mm-hmm. I never had astrology read for me. I don't know what that will be for me. I had so many bad days. How it will be put on down
1,
next month. Okay.
2, 3.
Possible that he will be feeling like not working?
Well, he's already a third of his days are on the golf course.
Yeah. But well, he will. It shows that the cards are saying that he will be working. Someone will leave him. Oh, and some surprise. So maybe the surprise will be that he will be a little bit on the sick side, feeling like.
And what about Melon?
Okay.
Will he be the one leaving?
Too soon, too soon. We have to have them to the edge. Not yet.
1, 2, 3.
What will be for Mel? Oh, danger. You know, the very dangerous spot when you are going on the elevator, the one that steps elevator, is on the bottom of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes people are got caught. I was watching what the horrific accidents are there when someone is caught between jumping too far, not fast enough from those stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I see him being there stuck. He will feel like he is outsider. On the sick side, crying a broken relationship. Oh.
Is that coming from international?
Yeah, but, you know, he will feel like he's getting punishment from DonDon's. Officially today.
Well, he's stepping over. He's well that
you should watch today.
That picture or that on TV, the closed circuit TV that was hacked, and it had Elon or Melon sitting there with 2 left feet, and DonDon was at his toes.
That was so good. And I sent you the one that he was dancing, or you sent who sent? I know I got somewhere dancing. That Putin and Musk were dancing together. I have to show you.
DonDon put out on his Truth Social a picture of him sitting on a beach, and I forget who was beside him, whether it was Elon or whether it was whatever it was. It was Trump, Gaza, sitting on the beach enjoying themselves, and he put it out on his as a repost for him.
He doesn't have any scruples.
But he has no caring for anybody. Everybody's just something to make him richer.
And to make him feel good about himself, that the more cruel they both are, the better they feel.
Roxanne M is asking.
I hope I'm not getting in trouble today too much.
Roxanne is asking, were the numbers for the AFD and the German election fair and true, or were they cooked? 1, 2, 3.
When you have a pot and boiling water, and the pot is very flat, it will go perks, whatever how you call this, like when the pot is, the lid is on top of the pot.
And the steam is escaping?
And it will once in a while do that noise, and it will. I think it was fair, but there was some little, I don't want to say forts, but something like that.
Burps.
Burps, okay.
From the up. From the up.
Money was taken, so that will come out. The dysfunctional family was doing this, and now they will be watching more like a doctors, healers. So there will be more attention, but they didn't want the party that DonDon wanted, and no, the party that Mellon wanted, but Don thought that his party won because if it's
Conservative it is.
conservative, that's good, but that's not good enough.
Well, if it's conservative, perhaps in Canada it is, because
Yeah,
Olivier is that way, and so is our premier.
But the
And-
one
and
that he
Ford.
loved was with letter F inside the middle. I'm not showing finger.
Mary Necron, the crooked one. Can you please ask your guides?
No, this one is still straight.
Oh, good. Is there any chance Medicaid and Medicare cuts will be recalled? Are those cuts coming in?
What did DonDon's said today on that meeting with press? He said, don't read my lips when they ask him if there will be any recalls. And don't read my lips was the saying that cost old Bush his presidency, because he said, read my lips, that he is not going to raise any taxes. And then he had to, and he lost his presidency. One thing. Now this guy is doing thing after thing after thing, and no one is thinking. Yeah, it is that I have the feeling that he will do it. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Caterpillar walking on the some animal is walking on the tree. Those animals, when usually are walking on the tree, they are very damaging for the tree. So something will be very damaging for the medical care. Because he wants to take Obamacare.
Well, just because it was by Obama.
Well,
He was given that name.
It's not. He wanted to take it out. And it was stopped by
McCain.
John McCain, very good patriot, very good guy, who was brave enough to stand up. And he went to the history as a good guy, standing up to someone who was bad. So yeah, he will change his mind. He will go different direction. He will have the strength to do it. And communicating with people, good values. Why? What would that? I don't understand.
Do you want to draw more cards for that?
3 cards, yeah.
1,
On the last
2,
video on Wednesday that we were
3.
doing,
Mm-hmm.
I had the same feeling. I couldn't understand something, and a moment later,
The one that was cut by
Half.
3/4.
Yeah,
3/4
more.
of it was cut.
For the security, financial security of USA, making some new beginning, and being in collaborations with probably the very rich guys doesn't help me too much yet. But I think the big pharmacy guys wants to have privatization more than helping people to be taken care of.
Well, that's what's happening here.
It is. Oh gosh, today we got the news that they are cutting our ambulances.
Well, the staff.
The staff on ambulances, yeah. And the same size of hospital is in Lethbridge, and they are doing really good. They don't have much losses in money, and in Reddit they are showing that there are losses of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That they were trying to do a private health care. They have surgeries scheduled, and the facilities, they were given sweetheart gifts that people want to find out what the contracts are because they overpaid by $6 million. And these private facilities, for profit, are paying over twice the amount, $4,000 in a regular hospital as public health care, and $8,300 for the same operation done by the private, paid for by Alberta Healthcare.
Alberta Healthcare, yes. So there is no saving. It's actually wasting money for the
Well, it helps the rich, and it's at our expense.
Yeah. And then,
But they're taking away our universal health universal public health care.
They want to.
They're privatizing it for
And
profit.
Cheryl is protesting and protesting.
I'm making signs and I'm out protesting every weekend, rounding up more people. And we're making a difference because they're having to respond.
Good.
People want them investigated, investigating themselves.
And
So we know how that's going to go.
She's
She's snoring. She's having a good dream.
Today I had the monitor that my sugar was low, and I didn't want to get up because there was alarm. She's coming to me, sniffing me from the closeness, and then she started licking my forehead. I thought,
saying, "Wake up."
Yeah, how could she know that I have to wake up and eat something sweet or something that will give me that quiet time till the next alarm? I had 3 alarms. But she is amazing. Like, no one trained her to do that, and the monitor is new for me. And I don't have high sugar level, but in the night I have low. So maybe one day I will fall asleep and not wake up. It's no fun. I know in your vocabulary it's no fun.
Don't even put that into the universe.
That would be easy.
Beans butterfly, let's change the subject. Do you see this new strain of crown bat found in bats becoming another major threat?
You know what she's asking about the crown?
You called it, with the crown one before.
But
the one that took all the people that
with us. So I'm just saying
that DonDon didn't acknowledge. He said it would just go away and use bleach. That one.
That's the crown bat.
1, 2, 3.
It's coming from under the in old houses you have the floor that has wood and the wood floor. And the wood floor will be going sometimes with the spaces.
The little space, yeah.
Yeah. So after years and years, the space will be full, and it was easy to wash it and then wax it. So it is that something will be growing from under the floor.
So it's just something to be wary of.
We have to be very cautious, very careful, working on the eggshells, affecting the whole families. Yes, a lot of worries about that. A lot of worries. So it's not completely over until that he don't want to promote any vaccinations, anything like that.
Laurie Sue Craig and Klamath is saying, and it's very true, for those of us disabled by progressive incurable diseases, having our medical benefits cut is fatal. This is not an exaggeration.
No, I understand that. And it's so scary, even for us, not to have that access to waiting for a whole day on the emergency.
Our provincial problem, who's our premier, she's cutting things for children, seniors, disabled, LGBTQ. Those are the easy cuts.
But she's
and they do it all the time.
Trump supporter.
Yeah, she just loves Trump.
She went to Mar-a-Lago, so she wasn't washing her lipstick for whole time.
Krusty Snapper's asking, do you see a season of year, since timing is hard, the orange turd and South African will be stopped this year, hopefully? 1, 2.
April 2.
3.
It's like, imagine yourself, you are driving a diligence, the old vehicle on the prairies, for rich people that they are sitting in and you are the driver of that vehicle, and something like the bandits are coming, people are coming against you.
Mhm.
And you have to stop the horses. The horses are standing up, panic. So there will be moments that will happen.
You saw something happening in the spring and then in the summer.
I don't know. The field is full of grass, but it's yellowish grass. So, but in the prairies we have that grass all the time. Sometimes from spring to fall, when it's hot weather and there is no rain, we might have that.
But it's still stressed and in trouble.
Yeah, and it was something like that. So they will be forced to stop the moving forward. The marriage, fulfilling the dreams, and people will take charge. So they are moving forward, doing a part-time job. Oh, I have 4 cards, okay. So they wouldn't be able to fulfill the whole job, what they want to do.
So these 50-50.1, 50-50-1, 50 states,
And
50 states, 50 rallies or whatever in their capitals, and united as one. These are working, all those rallies.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3. And the town hall meetings.
It's working, but it's not completely yet. It's like a little itch behind your ear. You think, oh, it will go away, and then it can change into the shingles. And Beverly, I'm sorry you are going through that. Our best wishes to you, honey. She was traveling from San Antonio to Houston to watch her granddaughter game. And she started having a little itchiness. And then Monday she learned that she has shingles.
It's painful.
Oh, shoot. I had only that little one. So it wasn't too much, and it was above, between belt and...
Yeah, I had a small little part of it as well one year. And it's very, very painful.
Very painful.
You don't even want fabric touching. You can't lay down properly.
No, but
It's
it was
painful.
just that little thing, and it was 3-4 weeks after I took the shingles vaccination.
Yeah, I didn't take that one.
My brother said that he had the same thing. He went to Cuba, and he said his was little. His wife was suffering for 6 months on her whole back, not sleeping. And to this day, she is saying it's still under skin. She can
The nerves, yeah.
feel the nerves. So what was the question? Because I said what I have seen are the shingles. It will grow. The work will be connected. People will be working.
So
like
all the protest work.
Workaholics. It will be hell. And eventually some people will have to leave, and hopefully the ones that we are thinking that will leave.
Maggie Zeal is making a comment. Granny's advice from the
Please
movie
help
works.
me to stay on the line.
Windex works on stains on fabric and also does the product Folex, Folex. It works amazing on
what?
Folex,
What?
Folex. She said that from the movie. Windex works on stains on fabric. Just a note for Granny's advice.
Okay, and if you have a wedding dress, I used to work in the wedding store, and sometimes the girls will come with beautiful lipstick, and on the white dresses they will leave the lipstick on. And cleaning the dress was so expensive, and our boss said, there is hairspray, spray it, let's touch with the Kleenex a few times.
And it works.
It works.
Especially on white wedding gowns.
White, And then she said, when there is a lady coming to try the wedding dress, put her Kleenex in her mouth. That way you will protect the dress. because
Arctic Flocks is asking, or making a comment as well. David Packman reported today that Trump had very bruised hands on the top. The one hand, when his hands were crossed, it was big, huge bruise on the one hand.
was he beating up?
Well, they said it was because he was shaking French Prime Minister's hands too aggressively. They're wondering how he's doing.
The French Prime Minister Macron,
They don't even separate.
No, he is giving him. You are holding my hand. I can show you that I'm stronger, and it's there.
But when you shake hands, it would really have to be tough to be at the top here.
If I can touch you that way for quite a while, I don't have a grip. But
so how is DonDon's health?
Well, I said that he might have something because when I was asked today about the next month, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I'm sorry, I was not thinking about this. I thought that the bruises was from him hitting melon so many times that he bruised it. Sorry, sometimes I'm disobedient. So how is DonDon's health? Oh, it's like a tree losing needles. Even those green trees, like pine trees, they're supposed to be always green, but they are losing a lot of needles in the winter time. We know because we have one that our son brought from school, Roman. We put on the backyard.
The cedar trees?
No, the pine tree.
The pine tree, yeah. Pine trees are always terrible.
And it grows so huge. And Vivi is bringing a lot of needles on her beautiful fur. So he will have to go for some surgery eventually. I don't know time, so don't take me wrong. When I have my first coma problem during my baby delivery, I saw myself on the lights in the emergency room, and I didn't know anything about coma, anything about near-death experience. I just came home and I said, I had the dream that I was floating above my body, and then I was sitting on top of the lights, those big lights. I saw that light. To me, it's a symbol of unexpected emergency, because they had to do C-section on a hurry. The C-section first time that he did, it was like letter S. So in Canada, when I had my second one, I asked, "Can you fix that one? I'm fancy. I want to have straight line. I don't need the S." So yeah, and the second time I didn't have the coma. They didn't give me enough injection to stop the coma, so I was in pain right away. But talking about those lights, I saw him, the light as an answer. I believe he will have some emergency eventually. The world will be watching, so it wouldn't be hidden. Being close to the other side, and we will learn the secrets. So he has some issues.
Now,
I said long time ago his guts, but I will bet. And you see, like with Richard, he started bleeding with no reason.
If he had emergency surgery, then Vance would come in as
vice president, as president
for a short period of time. So will this? Trump is still, or DonDon is still in the White House, or will he be out of there? 1, 2, 3.
Vance is sitting on the table and asking, melon to lick his finger on his toes.
Said he's going to be the one that's going to be going out. Well, he wants something to happen to.
Oh,
Don.
he wants
that
desperately, but he will be worried that there are people already standing. He will stand up for himself. Cry, oh, hard. So who knows? Maybe I'm near.
But you've never seen him as president. You've never seen him going out.
But death card, big change, and the heart attack. Who that could be? Well, it could be not guts, it could be a heart.
Don't worry about that.
But I will
You have to pick something
take
else.
from the pig. It's the closest. Entertainment only.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best, but entertainment.
John, you're asking why are Heidi's questions answered? I go down the list, starting from the top. So if you have a question near the top, it would be because near the end, I just take screenshots of those. And I don't recall seeing one from you yet. Tara's asking, will there be midterm elections? Or will Fallon be able to avoid future elections?
What you said, you wouldn't have to
Vote again.
anymore.
Yep. Put me in there.
Put me on, and I will let you free.
1, 2, 3.
There will be very old-fashioned way of election, of communication, the way that people were staying in the free market and screaming, like, informations, because that was there in the Middle Ages.
So it's not going to be internet misinformation so much?
It will be, but I don't know how that read. It is that there will be some information going from the streets. And well, thank you so much, Jeannie. That helps. Taking the decision making some decisions related, people will started to standing up for themselves, and it will be up and down. So not very easy to figure out who is in the power. Up and down, infinity. It will be no boring day when this guy is around.
No boring day through. There was a question that was about the markets, the stock markets in Canada and elsewhere. Sandra Dowell, Doell. What effect will tariffs have on Canadian and all the stock markets?
Good.
1, 2, 3.
I used to play bridge, but I don't remember how I was even winning, not knowing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Saturdays we were meeting with friends. My boyfriend that time, Adam, was so much into the bridge. And I wanted to learn, but I never did. But to have a king of hearts, kill me, I don't remember, but it's a strong card. So probably it was eventually good outcome, but it will be like, for me, it was going with the flow, using my intuition and somehow winning. Mm-hmm. I was reading his body language and the body languages of the guy and the girl, that was Alec and Isabel.
Thank you, Giovanna.
Thank you so much. That Isabel was playing with us, and I was just going with my intuition, not knowing how good I can be with it. Mm-hmm. So I was just, thank you so much, and it was helping me to. So you will have, if you will be investing in the market, you have to use your intuition, and maybe on the kings. So make sure that you know which cards are more valuable in the game or not. You will be able to celebrate whatever is coming. coming. Everything will be moving so fast. It will be chaos. But eventually, yeah, we will have to work on it. And tariffs are never easy on be helpful.
Kathy McLaughlin's asking a follow-up question on the stock market. Will we see a crash?
Well,
1, 2, 3.
I see a hole. I see a deep hole, so that symbol of some, it's like from meteor hole in the ground. It will be something on the international scale, because the meteors, when they hit ground, they are usually making a big splash and damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then they are water is collecting in those places, like those big lakes of Ontario, apparently from the astronauts.
Mm-hmm.
Asteroids.
Asteroids.
Asteroids. So it will be something big, monumental. You have to be prepared for every occasion. Connect with people, make sure that you know how to be reunited with people. Yeah, and the market, the law will be the law of the, I don't think it will be easy to control. Maybe the last question, because I feel I'm getting problem with my throat.
Constance Campbell has asked, when will we finally be able to treat cancers without inflicting horrible side effects on the patients?
Yeah, my husband bleeding was related to treatment. Radiation was, and the doctor said he will be doing this on and off. So it's not that it was one time.
1, 2, 3.
Not fast, because I see that the growing of the on the field, and they are bending with the wind. So some people will be bended and some will be completely damaged. No, it will take a while. Maybe in the future, yes, but not right now. That's the dreams, but and it will be running in the family. So watch for one type of cancer in the family in advance. Eventually, it will be easier to know the secrets about cancer, and it will be more in open, but it will take a time. And now the research on cancer is stopped in USA. Very smart decisions. And he had to remove the Ebola. He has to. Mellon said that by mistake they removed the doctors who were investigating Ebola.
By mistake.
By mistake. So they had to put them back.
Mistake. What about the mistake on getting rid of all the people for the nuclear?
Shaky head.
Is there going to be a problem? Are they going to have an attack?
Who?
The U.S. Are they going to have an attack because of what Mellon did, getting rid of all the nuclear employees, trying to get some back? 1, 2, 3.
It's like putting porcelain that is broken together. You can't really put the broken porcelain back together. piece by piece, and it's a mosaic laying on the floor. Yeah, no. Even as a kid, I knew that when we were going on the ruins and collecting those treasures, some were not repairable. So some damage will be done forever. Some will be able to secure, but no crying of a broken relationship and losing people, going different directions even.
So will the U.S. be safe?
In USA or in the...
In USA, because their nuclear program is kind of on pause for safety. Will they be safe? Too.
I see a potty standing in the corner of the room. A lot of S will happen. Just symbol of pooping in the potty. A lot of devil games beginning. And it's a silly decision, so it will be hard and broken hearts, broken promises. Hard to believe someone who is so irresponsible.
Well, there's no consequences for him.
No, but the country has.
Yes, the country has, and people do.
And
we're more than statistics. We are people.
And, people don't like that when they are counting on some government and then someone is coming to the surface. He was not that crazy before as he is now.
Well, he's really power hungry and ego right now.
And he was so ready for it. And the shaky head guy, we know who it is, that didn't glue properly. Okay, he glued at the head, so he is going to cause a lot of stress for the country. Ex-CEO Blackwater, Eric Prince, he wants to build a small army private army for DonDon. And
he wanted to do it before.
Oh, he wanted before, but didn't work out yet. But this time, maybe DonDon thought if I will be the next time elected, that he will do it. So he was not doing anything the first time. He wanted to win the election. He wants 25 billion for that. What a saving of money. And he will be removing a lot of immigrants, and then DonDon will have his private army, like Putin had. So it will be something.
So will it happen?
You're
the one who put that one out.
You could have asked that before.
1, 2.
I don't know if the full army, a small army for himself to protect him. Financially, he will be afraid to put more money, so he will be postponing maybe a little bit later and waiting until the ship will come in. But to some extent, it will be. He will do it.
Well, the only thing we can do is
Wait.
Rise up. No, I'm not a waiter. I'm going to do my part.
Okay. With my knee, I don't think I would be a good, good to stand up there, but at least I have excuse to do.
So we have some prayers. Sansing is asking for prayers for a man injured at their condo in Manitoba.
Oh my gosh.
For whatever the injury is, but obviously concerns.
I want to pray for my sister-in-law, Halina Różańska, sorry, because in Poland you end up on letter A. And she is going for surgeries on her eyes. She did already one. They had to redo it again in 2 weeks, and 1 week later, next week she's going for another eye. Scary, because she could get blind.
That's why they usually don't do them both at the same time.
No, but it is scary.
And prayers for the Pope. I'm not Catholic, but you are.
But he was such a uniter in the world. So I want to pray.
He's more liberal, yeah. But you had a feeling when I came in today. You said, "Please, can we ask for prayers for the Pope?" I want
to pray for him.
So something is coming.
Yeah, and for Beverly, she's fighting that shingles, and it's on her face, close to eye, and that's really scary.
Mm-hmm.
It starts, but then it's going so bad. Sometimes, not every time, because you said you didn't have big one and I didn't have big one, but
it spread for me around my back here on one side.
For me, it was above bum, and I think it was going to the left, under the belt, and my brother said mine was under the belt too.
Yeah, and some people have it on both sides, even though it's basically just
supposed
the one.
To be one, yeah. And it was little tiny blisters. I thought, well, what's to do? I put ointment, nothing was helping. So I went to the doctor. I said, oh, I have to show you my behind. And after that, he said, if you need to go to your doctor, because it's walking clinic. And I don't have too many openings anymore. So he didn't like my bum.
He wanted you out of the office. Don't spread it.
No.
Anyways, thank you very much for joining us. And thank you for supporting this channel and getting the word out so that the numbers, because you should be way higher in numbers than you are.
Oh boy, the last video and that video a week ago on Wednesday.
Well, we talked about quite a few things that a lot of people didn't hear about. And it was reduced down to 14 minutes. We didn't even
know that. Yeah, we thought that going on, but.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you on Monday. And Violetta will be putting out a video. So when this is posted, put your questions underneath, because that's where she draws her questions from for the Friday night video that she posts on Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. On Saturday's video, you have a chance to be the recipient of a gift from Janet and Tom Berg of a half-an-hour reading.
Yes.
And the value is $100 US. So please
stay positive, stay safe, keep your kids away from the missile. I nearly died because of that illness, because my bleeding was horrific. From nose, from ears, from throat, I was bleeding, and not mention other two parts. Mm-hmm. And the nurses were bathing me. I was a kid, 13 years old, and they said, like I was dead. They are saying, did you ever have seen anything like that? And whole body was bleeding. I didn't know that time that I have a bleeding disorder, and I didn't know, but they were making comments like, it's scary. It's scary. Why they are talking about me in that way? But they said, did you ever see any kids suffering like that? But I survived.
So please take care of one
another.
another.
Put the black foil or whatever, black bags on the windows so the eyes wouldn't be damaged.
You're talking about measles?
Measles, yes. Mm-hmm. In Poland, we had to put
Yeah, you have to be in a dark room.
I was in a dark room, bleeding and in pain because you couldn't move. But that was...
Yeah, I had that when I was a child too. Yeah. And being in a dark room. So take care of yourself and take care of others as well, because it's when we get out and we become active and reclaim government to help us because they work for us. We don't work for them. They work for us. So let's do our part. If you're...
They work for the ones with the etchy-patchy. Okay, take care of yourself. Yeah. Thank you so much. See you.
And I'll see you next Monday.
I hope I will be on Saturday. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. No,
Can it go off?
but I can.
You're going live right now.
And
And